What up guys, my name is Henry Doe and today I'm going to be showing you how to do Variel Heelflips. You can for sure do this trick, I believe in you. And so let's get started. I'm going to show you guys some tips on how to do it. So the interesting thing about Variel Heelflips is that I would say it's a trick that's more dependent on the back foot than it is the front foot. Like I would say it's mostly about like 80% back foot, 20% front foot. And so what I mean by this is that it's a trick that requires you to know how to scoop front side. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean on that. So as you can see, my back foot's right here in the kind of just the corner of the tail. And I have a lot of pressure right here. Like, see how I'm almost in like a kind of a cat stance, but I have a lot of pressure on my toes, the ball of my foot. And because what it is that I'm getting pressure ready, I'm building up the pressure so I can scoop it front side like that. It's kind of like you're throwing a right hook if you guys ever done boxing, but it's like in that kind of hip. So a lot of pressure in that toe, getting ready, and I pop it down. So it almost feels like really what I'm doing is I'm popping it diagonally down that way. Actually, I tend to like to keep my foot going with it all the way to 90 degrees. You'll see in the video that it's not always really actually going that way, but that's just kind of like how I like to keep it. I like to keep it kind of like going out in front of me almost. After you get that part, let me show you what to do with the front foot. The front foot is doing, in order to, right before as you pop, I actually like to have the foot press down this way, see? So I'm actually using this part of my foot, I'm applying pressure right to the edge. And what that does is that it's almost like kind of like winding up for the flip. I found that it flips right. My heel flips in general, they flip right when I bend it down this way. So you're pushing down with this foot to kind of wind it up for the flip, and then your back foot's has that pressure in the back, so it can really scoop out that way. So they're actually kind of on opposite ends, right? I got one foot putting pressure right here and another foot putting pressure on the corner of this tail. And so it's almost like opposite ends, and when you pop it, it kind of just like, you almost feel like a kind of explosion almost. And so for my front foot, it always feels like I'm just kind of barely like, kind of just tapping it really. I remember when I was first learning Variel Heelflips, my front foot, I would think of it going in a circular path. It helps think of it kind of the pathway that your front foot's gonna take. And so my front foot's pressured there, and I just kind of like whoosh around it like that. That's what it feels like. I'm making a circle with my front foot so that it catches back onto the board. When I was first learning Variel Heels, my muscles weren't yet like developed to understand how to scoop something front side. It's a very like kind of explosive movement. If this is your first trick doing it, your muscles just aren't there to really like explode and scoop front side yet. So actually, let me play you guys right now some of my clips of old Variel Heels. And as you can see, even when I'm doing it off like a ledge or something, it's still not rotating fully. And why that is that I don't think I had developed the muscles yet. So what it is, it's gonna take you really practicing this trick to really build those like muscle twitch fibers, so you can learn how to really explode with a front side scoop and really understanding that motion as well. So yeah, for this trick, I'd really try to focus on that front side scoop part. Notice that typically when you're first learning it, you want to like really make sure you get the heel flip and all of that, but it's really important that you kind of focus on that front side scoop, because once you get that one, you get it full. You kind of just focus on the heel flip. What happens is that if you're trying to do this trick like it's a front shove, then you just won't get the full rotation, even though you can front shove probably really like full normally. But the thing is that when you're adding the heel flip to it, the heel flip's gonna stop the rotation. It's gonna slow you down. So that's why with your back foot, you gotta really scoop it harder. You're trying to look for that balance between having your front foot pressure there on the toe side edge and your back foot in that corner. And you're kind of trying to play with that kind of like opposite ends of the board. And once you get it right though, the 180 turn, the flip will happen. And from there, it kind of just automatically stays under you. If you do the scoop right, the trick will, for the most part, stay under you. You shouldn't have to like jump back too much. So the other thing too is that when you're doing it, I like to kind of like keep my head above the board, not try to like have my head totally over, because then your body's gonna go where your head goes. So if it's totally over, the board's gonna end up behind you, right? From there, it's about trying to catch it and land it. But yeah, guys, that's it for my trick tip today. I wanted to keep it short because I just want you to focus on that concept of scooping it front side. Really try to just keep practicing, getting good at that, developing your muscles so you try to understand how to scoop front side. Just keep practicing Variel Heels. That's really kind of how you're going to develop your muscles. So even if you're not landing it, you're still growing. You're still like growing that front side scoop explosive muscle. So get out there and try it, you guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment below, and I will see y'all next time.